Alright, everyone, good morning. Today is Monday, May 5th, 2025, at 09:07. And yes, today is Cinco de Mayo. So happy Cinco de Mayo today, for those of you who celebrate it. Anyway, today we have our day one outlook for this Cinco de Mayo day. Today we have a enhanced risk for parts of Texas and Texas and New Mexico. Those two states also having a slight risk and a marginal risk, but extending into Oklahoma and Colorado. We also have this slight risk over here that encompasses parts of Ohio, Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, Virginia, and North Carolina. We also have a marginal that extends parts of Pennsylvania through Delaware, through North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, and Ohio, and just a little bit of New York State. And we also have this one up here in parts of North Dakota and South Dakota. So, oh wow, we even have 4 areas in marginal. There's one down here in Florida too. Okay. I think we've covered all the risks now, I think. Yep, I don't see any more. Okay, so. Wow, we got a lot of areas under risks today. So, we have Midland, Odessa, Hobbs, Big Spring, and West Odessa under enhanced. Washington, D.C., Pittsburgh, Norfolk, Chesapeake, and Lubbock under a slight. And San Antonio, Austin, Fort Worth, Baltimore, and Cleveland under a marginal. So let's go ahead and see what we've got for today's tornado risk. Today we have a 5% tornado risk that encompasses parts of New Mexico and Texas, as well as those two states also having a 2%. And we also do have Florida in the 2% as well. That is it for the tornado risk today. So, we have Midland, Odessa, Hobbs, Big Spring, and West Odessa under a 5%. And San Antonio, Austin, Miami, Hialeah, and Lubbock under a 2%. So, we do have the potential that the 5% could see a brief EF1, maybe an EF2 tornado possible. And the 2% could see a EF0 to maybe an EF1 possible. So, depending where you are, a brief tornado may be possible today. Going into the damaging wind outlook, we have just a small 15% hatch for Texas, but the remainder 15% is for parts of New Mexico and Texas, as well as the 5% are for those two same states, but it does extend into Oklahoma and into a little bit of Colorado. We do also have this 15% over here for parts of Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Virginia, and just a little bit of North Carolina, as well as D.C., and then we have the 5% that extends from New York State through Pennsylvania, Delaware, a little bit of Maryland, and then going down into Virginia, North Carolina, West Virginia, and Ohio. We also do have this 5% up here. That's for North Dakota and South Dakota. And we have this 5% down here for parts of Florida. So yes, wow, we got lots of areas under the risks today. So, today we have Midland, Odessa, Big Spring, West Odessa, and Andrews under the significant severe. Washington, D.C., Pittsburgh, Lubbock, Akron, and Richmond under the 15%. And San Antonio, Austin, Fort Worth, Baltimore, and Cleveland under a 5%. So we could see damaging wind gusts in the hatched area of 60 to 80 miles per hour possible. So that could be a possibility that we could have 60 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts in the hatched area. 15% area, we could see 60 to 75 mile per hour wind gusts. And 5% we could see 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts. So please be mindful, you may have a damaging wind threat today too. And going on to today's hail risk. We have a 30% hatched for Texas and New Mexico. Those two states also have a 15% hatched, and they also have a 5% not a hatched, but a 5%, but it does extend into Oklahoma and a little bit of Colorado. We do not have one for North and South Dakotas. We have one for the 5% for Florida, and we do also have this 15% here for 15% normal for parts of Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia, as well as another 15% normal for parts of Pennsylvania, Maryland, D.C., and Virginia and North Carolina. We also do have the 5% extending from New York State through Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, and Ohio. So, we do have the risks. Cities included Lubbock, Midland, Odessa, San Angelo, and Roswell under the significant severe. Midland, Odessa, Hobbs, Big Spring, and West Odessa under the 30% hatched. Washington, D.C. Oh, there's the reset. I did not do that. Washington, D.C., Pittsburgh, Norfolk, Chesapeake, and Lubbock under the 15%. And San Antonio, Austin, Fort Worth, Baltimore, and Cleveland under the 5%. So for the 30% hatched area, you could see hailstones of 1 to 4 inches possible. So please be mindful, 1 to 4 inch hail could be possible. Maybe even 2 to 4 inch hail. 15% hatched, you could see 1 to 3.5 inch hail. And 15% normal, you could see 1 to 3 inch hail. And 5%, you could see 1 to 2 inch hail. So please be mindful that could be a possibility for you no matter where you may be today. Going on to the summary today, summary does say severe thunderstorms are expected across eastern New Mexico and west and central Texas this afternoon into tonight. Scattered large to very large hail and severe winds are the primary threats, though a couple of tornadoes also are possible. Additional strong to severe storms are possible across the eastern Florida peninsula and the mid-Atlantic states in upper Ohio River Valley. So there you have it. There is today's Day 1 outlook. There is today's hail risk. There's today's wind risk. There's today's tornado risk. And there's today's Day 1 outlook. So I do really hope that you stay weather aware and stay safe. Make sure you have multiple ways of knowing where to go if any warning goes. Make sure you also have a way of receiving warnings. But anyway, I really do hope you stay weather aware and stay safe. And I will be back later with the Day 2 outlook video for tomorrow. But in the meantime, stay weather aware and stay safe and have a great day. Take care, everyone.